We're back in the New York groove. Ace Frehley, former KISS member. Check it out, good song. All right, so here we have a couple more. I'm gonna go through this one kind of quick because it's another, it's a 1 unit conversion. 1 unit conversion, we talk about 1 unit conversion. Look down here, we have a 2 unit conversion to do. We have to convert 2 units. Okay, we gotta get that, let's go. So 321 big M megameters. So 321 big M megameters, 2 kilometers. So multiply, divide. Big M, little m on the bottom. It should become automatic, you should know. But here goes down here. And then what do? You cover up the prefix. Cover up the prefix, put the little m on the top, boom. Hopefully you'll be done at that point. You're not going to be, but maybe you will, huh? All right, so who's bigger? Who's bigger? Megameter, or the meter. Megameter's bigger, put a 1. How many mega are there in a meter? Mega means a million. A million megas. Now you can put 10 to the 6 if you want. That's a million. I'm just gonna write out my zeros, 6 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1,000 meters it takes to make that 1 megameter. Megameter's big. So I ran a megameter this morning, did it in about 6 minutes. A little slow, you know, because I did my coffee, remember, did my coffee. Okay, so are we done? No, we're not done because we need to get to kilometers and we're at meters. So multiply, divide again. Put the meter on the bottom. All right, so it cancels. Now there's no prefix in front of it. So put whatever you want, ever you want. I want to put centimeters. Sure, you go ahead. I'm putting kilometers to get the problem done. So kilo is the prefix that I want to put in front of it because I have that choice. America, remember. Kilometer is bigger than a meter. A kilometer is over half a mile. A meter is about yay big. So kilometer wins. It gets the 1. How many little meters are there? Well, these aren't so little. But how many meters are there in a kilometer? Kilo means 1,000. 1,000. Okay. So here we go. We've got this done. It's set up. We've got our 4 points. Let's get that 1 extra point. Let's get an answer for this. So earlier I was knocking off 0. Then I screwed that up. No coffee. But here I want to knock off some zeros again. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Gone. On the bottom, it's just 1 now. So I'm going to take 321 and multiply it by 1,000. 321 times 1,000 is 321,000. Units, kilometers. Significant digit check. Hopefully it's good. The last one, it took so long because that significant digit check. 1, 2, 3, no zeros. Good. 1, 2, 3. Zeros, but all non-significant zeros. But this one's last. You said if it's last. If it's last after the decimal point, okay? That's not after the decimal point, so it does not count for significant figures. Neither of those do. So that is the correct answer, written correctly with the correct amount of significant digits. Done. Moving on. All right, now, this next one is a double unit conversion. Now, not too common in chemistry, but in physics, very common, very common. So this double unit conversion, we should just know how to do it. The whole methodology, the whole logical thinking process is going to help us build our ability to do these problems. So let's go ahead and write down what I know I have. 95 kilometers per hour. Multiply, divide, always do that. So the next thing, earlier we just said take the kilometer, put it on the bottom, put whatever's on the top on the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pay attention to just 1 unit. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Wizard of Oz, 1939. Lots of Wizard of Oz quotes coming at you this semester, so you better be ready for them. So we can just cover this up. Ignore it. Pay no attention to it. So now, just put kilometer on the bottom, so like we did before. So kilometer goes on the bottom. Nice. Now, what do I do next? Cover up the prefix, put the M. Nice. Ask myself a question. Who's bigger? Kilometer's bigger. Again, just like the last problem, it's over half a mile, so it's big. A meter, and it takes 1,000 of those smaller meters to equal a kilometer. Sweet. So that cancels this kilometers out, leaves me with meters, and Hokey Pete and Joe. That's one of the units I'm trying to find. So I've got the distance unit covered, done. Nice. Now, we're not done yet though for the whole thing. We got to get the hours into seconds. So if we're not done, multiply, divide again. All right. This time, pay attention to the man behind the curtain. This is hours on the bottom of the fraction. We want it to cancel, so it goes on the top. You know that. You do. Hours on the bottom, so hours has to go on the top to cancel. So hours on the top, it'll cancel. Now, I'm going to put something on the bottom here. Many of you will want to go from hours to minutes, which is fine. You can do that. It's just that it's going to take you another step to go from minutes to seconds. So I'm going to save you about 18 hours of time in your life if you just know this one conversion. This one conversion will save you 18 hours over the span of your lifetime if you know it. Go from hours to seconds. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Kill me. Get to the chopper. Predator. Great movie. Hours to seconds. Who's bigger? You know that. The hour is. Put a 1 there. How many seconds are there in an hour? Well, you might not know that. You're going to go, that's why I wanted to go to minutes. But if there are 60 seconds in an hour and 60 minutes in 6 seconds in a minute and 60 minutes in an hour, that's a 60 times 60, 3,600. So 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. Doggone it. Know that. Save you hours and hours of the course of your life if you know that. So now, if I do that, I have only one step to deal with. My hours cancel with this hour. I'm left with seconds. That's seconds on the bottom. Seconds on the bottom. Nice. Because now it has meters on top, seconds on the bottom. That is the setup for that problem. All right, do the math. So I'll cancel some of my zeros out, 2 of those. This is going to be 95 times 10, 950 divided by 36. 1, 2, 3, 9, 27, 28, I don't know. So somewhere between 26 and 29. How's that for my guesstimate? So let's do this out. 95, 950 divided by 36. Oh, I was right. 23 point, what do we round it to? How many significant figures? 1, 2. That's it. You can only have 2 in the answer then if you're a significant figure person class. Yeah. So this is 26.38, and that 26.3 does not round the 6 up, so you should report this as 26. 26 with my 2 significant figures. 26 meters per second. 26 meters per second. All right, that is a double conversion. We got to convert 2 units. There is one other kind of problem I want to show you, because it does show up once in a while. In physics and chemistry, you have to convert volumes, and volumes are cubic thingies, unless they're liters. I mean, there are different ways to do it, but liters doesn't. That has a certain amount of cubicism to it. What are you talking about? Cubicism? I made that up. It's a great word. Like cubic meters, cubic centimeters, cubic decimeters. Okay, those cubic things represent a volume, a length, a width, and a height. Okay, you've got some dimensions there, 3 dimensions to make a volume. So if I have to convert a volume, how do I do that? Like, what if I had 33 cubic meters? And I want to know how many cubic centimeters that would be. How would I do that? 2 cubic centimeters. Okay, write down 33 cubic meters. Put down multiply, divide. Now here's where we gotta be careful. Some of you will say, well, okay, multiply, divide, put this down here on the bottom, cubic meters, like you did before. And yes, you could do that, you could. But you'd have to know how many cubic centimeters there are in a cubic meter, and most people don't know that. So here's what I suggest in a cubic problem. Or actually, if it's an area, it'd be a square problem, like square feet. You know, that's an area. If you have more than one of the unit, and there are 3 of them here, okay, then do this. Put down a multiply, divide for each one you have. So if I have cubic meters, 3 meters, I'm going to put down multiply, divide, not once, but 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times. A lady. 3 times a lady. Lionel Richie, anyone? We all remember our 80s music. Psst, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate you knowing that. Okay, so we have 3 meters. Why did I put this down 3 times? Because if I put a meter down, below each one of the lines, that is 3 meters. And 3 meters on the bottom, if they're together or separate, will cancel with these 3 meters up here. So those 3 meters are going to cancel these 3 meters out. Now the advantage here is I don't have to know the conversion from cubic meters to cubic centimeters. I just have to know the conversion from meters to centimeters. You see what we're going to do? We're going to go from meters to centimeters. We're going to do it 3 times. Because if I have 3 centimeters on top, it gives me cubic centimeters. Okay, now let's do the conversion. What's the conversion between meters and centimeters? Who's bigger? Meter is bigger. Meter. Centimeter. Centimeter, about that big. Centimeter. Meter. Meter, meter, meter. Centimeter. How many centimeters in a meter? Yes, 100. Century is 100 years. Look at that. This is going to get her done. I'm going to multiply meters, centimeters, times centimeters, times centimeters, and it's going to be cubic centimeters in my answer. And take 33, multiply it by 100, by 100, by 100. Actually, that's a million. So you get 33 million. 33 million cubic centimeters. Sig figs okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, yes. All those zeros are non-significant zeros. Okay, that would be my answer. When you have a conversion with an area or a volume, my recommendation is put down on the bottom how many that you're going to need. If it's a volume, put down 3. If it's an area, put down 2. And make single conversions, and that way you don't have to go through your brain and try to figure out how many cubic of this are equal to how many cubic of that. You don't have to do that. All right, I think that's enough examples for us for our dimensional analysis. We'll be using this throughout the term, the semester, so that's a good start. Okay, folks, have a good afternoon.